of love. How blessed we are. May I pick a rose from your garden and plant it in my heart, so I can abide in this fragrance of yours, even when we are apart. We can no longer hide this inner light. It's shining oh so bright. The only thing burning in my chest is the rest forever. May I pick a rose from your garden and plant it in my heart, so I can abide in this fragrance of yours, even when we are apart. So may I pick a rose from your garden and plant it in my heart, so that a full garden can grow here, and we will never be apart.
Listen, you're more than just bone and skin. Listen, listen to the song of the wind, the graciousness, the spaciousness coming from within. The concrete brick of stone, the song they sing is heaven is my home. Heaven, 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 heaven is my home. You feel fall, it's not why you feel alive. You're scared to death to spread your wings and touch the sky. Truth hurts truly, but only a lie. The greatest lie of all time. There is an end to it. Listen, you're more than just bone and skin. Listen, listen to the song of the wind. The graciousness, the spaciousness coming from within. I don't know. Heaven is my home. Heaven, 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 Heaven is my home. Vill du veta, ska jag svara? Du behöver bara vara. Bara vara här. Bara vara här. Bara vara här. Bara vara här. Ingen oro, ingen fara. Här finns inget att försvara. Här är bortom samsara. Här är Gud alla Ishvara. Kristallklara, uppenbara. Kristallklara, uppenbara. Kristallklara, uppenbara. Kristallklara, uppenbara. Bara vara här. Bara vara här. Bara vara här. Bara vara här. Vart kan du gå? Vart kan du fara? Hur kan du glömma eller spara? Här är det självklara. En sanning, det underbara. Kristallklara, uppenbara. Kristallklara, uppenbara. Kristallklara, uppenbara. Kristallklara, uppenbara. Bara vara här. 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 Bara vara här.
heart an ocean in my heart, you in my she brings me to you. We have to drown here completely. If we truly want to live. So take a look in every mirror.
It's ingrained, inheritable. No sin within, no in to win. Yet invincible. See into seeing. From the invisible. Invariably intact. Inhabiting the inside of all of it. A dive into the divine, dive in. Into the informationless. Impregnate. The indefinable. Gradually, the incomplete becomes intolerable. The end of the inauthentic is inescapable. With some insistence, the innermost will be known as inseparable. Not incredible, indeed, inevitable. Innerly inspecting, investigating. Through the instrument of insight, tune in. Initial intensities indicating that the end of the influence of incorrect interpretation is incoming. Increasingly, the innate is inclined to its independence from the investments of the affected incident, called the intellect. The interest in interpersonal interaction is interrupted. Remain indulged yet inactive. In tune yet inaudible. Without intention of income, come in just the coming in. Now no more words, just inwards.
What is a guru for us who are seeking the truth?
The guru actually is the polar star around which all things revolve. He is the unmoving one, the core. To live with your head at the master's feet is to live on top of the world. I discovered this at the feet of my master, Robert G. From here I can sail with my for enter the boat, the guru's boat, because it's through the boat of the guru that you can sail across the ocean of samsara. Samsara is really a life of sorrow, suffering, pain, confusion. All beings are in this ocean of samsara until they awaken to the true guru within themselves. Guru is actually our own self, that while we are under the spell, the hypnosis of conditioning, whereby we think that we are only personal, the person, this sacred truth is hidden from us by the veil of ignorance. So Satsang invites all beings to enter into this beautiful relationship, which will not end in a relationship, but will bring you home into the unity of being. Home.
Guru Govinda, Guru mera par Brahm, Guru Bhagavan, Guru mera Dev, Alakh Abhev, Sarvabhaum, Charan Guru Sev, Charan Guru Sev, Meri Puja, Guru Govinda, Guru mera par Brahma, Guru Bhagavan, Guru meri Puja, Guru Govinda, Guru mera par Brahma, Guru Bhagavan, Guru meri Puja, Guru Govinda, Guru mera par Brahma, Guru Bhagavan, Guru meri Puja, Guru Govinda, Guru mera par Brahma, Guru Bhagavan, Guru meri Puja, Guru Govinda, Guru mera par Brahma, Guru Bhagavan, Guru meri Puja, Guru Govinda, Guru mera par Brahma, Guru Bhagavan, Guru meri Puja, Guru Govinda, Guru mera par Brahma, Guru Bhagavan, Guru bin avar nahi main tha, Guru bin avar nahi main tha, ane din japo Guru Guru naam, ane din japo Guru Guru naam, Guru Govinda, Guru mera par Brahma, Guru Bhagavan, Guru meri Puja, Guru Govinda, गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु मेरा ज्ञान गुरु हृदय ध्यान गुरु मेरा ज्ञान गुरु हृदय ध्यान गुरु गोपाल भगवान गुरु गोपाल रख भगवान गुरु मेरी पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म भगवान गुरु मेरी पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवान गुरु की शरण रहूं कर सोर गुरु की शरण रहूं कर सोर गुरु बिना मैं नाही गुरु बिना मैं नाही गुरु मेरे पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवान गुरु मेरी पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवान गुरु मोहित तारे भव पार गुरु मोहित तारे भव पार गुरु सेवा जमते छुटकार गुरु सेवा जमते छुटकार गुरु मेरी पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवान गुरु मेरी पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवान अंधकार में गुरु मंत्र उचारा अंधकार में गुरु मंत्र उचारा गुरु के संग सकल ने सारा गुरु के संग सकल ने सारा
That which begins as a relationship with the Guru will not end as a relationship, but will guide you really home by taking you into your completeness, into your singularity as perfect unity, perfect truth, timeless existence. Remember this.
गुरुपुरा आये बड़भागी गुरुपुरा आये बड़भागी Guru ki seva dukh na lage. Guru ki seva dukh na lage. Guru mere puja, Guru Govinda, Guru mera par brahma, Bhagavanta. Guru mere puja, Guru Govinda, Guru mera par brahma, Guru Bhagavanta. Guru ka shabad amete koe, Guru ka shabad amete koe. Guru Nanak Nanak har soe. Guru Nanak Nanak har soe. Guru Govinda, Guru mera para brahma, Guru Bhagavanta. Guru meri puja, Guru Govinda, Guru mera para brahma, Guru Bhagavanta. Guru mere puja, Guru Govinda, Guru mera par brahma, Guru Bhagavanta. Guru Bhagavanta. Guru
Thank you, my dear. Namaste, everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadguru Shri Muji Ji ki Jai. So who wants to come?
Hello, Father.
Hello.
I'm really happy for you to question me, but also just wanted to check. I was listening to yesterday's Satsang, and I can't remember who you were talking to, but I think it was Devi, and you were looking at whether the I changes and whether the am changes. And you said something along the lines of, why don't we just say I, why, or something like that. And I just wanted to look at that because the I doesn't change and the am doesn't change, but they're both different in their, in my experience of them. So can we just look at that together?
So what is the difference?
The am is like it has an attribute of a feeling to a feeling of being here, whereas the I has no feeling to it. It's aware of the am.
So the sense of being, the sense of amness, independent of the I. But is there ever the sense of I without this am?
Yeah.
You see? So they must be distinct in some way, at least qualitatively.
Okay.
No?
Yeah.
So you also say that in your experience, both, did you say they are both the same, or what did you say?
No, I mean, they both are, so they're both, it was something like, do either of them like stop, or it was something like that. Sorry, I have such a bad memory. Is there ever a break in the experience of the am, or something like that? I can't quite remember.
Is there?
Only deep sleep.
Deep sleep. But?
Yeah, because I'm looking now at this sense of presence, and this sense of presence isn't there in deep sleep.
That which knows this is which one?
The I.
Yes.
So
this is unchanging, isn't it?
Right.
That which knows that even the presence of being is unavailable in sleep state. You see? To know this, it must exist in sleep state.
What? The I?
This I.
Oh, right. Yeah. There's so many words. I'm just like...
You can simplify it. This awareness remains constant and everything else is changing.
Right.
In the phenomenal realm, we cannot say that am is changing or being is changing because everything is appearing only in the light of this presence.
Yeah.
You see? So, this presence, when it plays along with the power of attention, then this phenomenal realm comes to life. You see? Attention goes on object, they seem to be real for me. They seem to exist for me at least. So, this is the phenomenal play. Now, the entire reason we are able to call this a phenomenal play must be that there is something which is beyond this phenomena. You see? So, how should we find that which is beyond phenomena? You see, because the tools we seemingly have, the senses we have, even the sense of inner perception we have, seems to be only giving us phenomena, isn't it? So how do we find that? Is there something which is not phenomenal?
Father, I have to speak from the truth.
Yes.
It's just grace.
Yeah. What's that answer? Okay. So, when we look at the two questions, can you stop being now? Can you stop being? No. Is it the same question as, are you aware now? What is the distinction? First talk about, can you stop being, what happens?
So, can I stop being is like, can I stop this, like this feeling of presence, of being in the phenomenon?
Sense of existing, isn't it? Who is aware of this?
The awareness is...
This awareness. So when we check on, am I aware now? You see? Isn't it pointing straight to this awareness,
Yeah.
which is aware even of being,
Yeah.
of consciousness?
Yeah.
Now, is this a phenomenal experience? Am I aware now? What phenomena did you experience to be able to say yes?
There's no attributes of the awareness.
And that which is without attributes is not phenomenal.
Just letting the words,
Yeah.
because I'm not very good with like hearing these words, and so just can you say it again for me?
Yes. Would it be fair to say that everything phenomenal has at least one attribute? Can we point some phenomena that has no attributes? Think of a phenomena with no attributes. Can we think? Think of an apple without a color.
Yeah, there isn't.
Even if you think transparent, there will be a sense of transparency at least,
Mm-hmm.
isn't it? Think of an object without any weight, no weight at all. Even the lightest feather will have some weight, isn't it? Without a shape. Right? Can you find a phenomena without a shape? So, color, weight, shape, size, all of these attributes. So, everything phenomenal must have at least one attribute for us to be able to report that it is perceived, isn't it? Now, when we ask, are you aware now? What is the attribute that is found? Does this awareness have a size, shape, weight, color? What are we seeing to confirm this?
It's not even a seeing, it's a complete removal from this phenomenal world.
Yes. So when we say it is not even a seeing, it means it is not even perceived like other objects, isn't it? Not like I see this hand or I see a memory, imagination. It is not seen in that way.
No, but it sees everything.
Yes. So that which sees everything, how do we know of its existence?
Because I'm just really looking at myself, and how do I know of its existence?
We can profess to the existence of beingness because you can sense the presence. You might not be able to name some attribute, but at least you can say presence of being is experienced.
Yeah.
But is there such a presence for this which is aware even of being? Is it experienced even in the subtlest way?
I can't find a way to word it.
But is the answer tilting more towards there is some phenomenality experienced in this awareness, or it's no? More towards no or yes?
I know the sense of presence because that's felt.
Yes.
But to say, how do I know, or how am I aware of this awareness? I can't find any I just want to say it's all there is.
Yes. And yet, if we can't really find any phenomenal evidence of it, what is it that makes us say, yes, I am aware, rather than no or I don't know? Is there something else like this, like awareness, where we can say, accept it just being a blind belief in some sense? Is there anything else like this which is we cannot find phenomenally, but we confirm its existence? It's okay. It's okay. How the question is the same actually. I'm just rephrasing it over and over. How do we say yes to are you aware now?
Because it's all there is. Just aware. I can't find any other answer.
Yes. When we say all there is, what does it mean? What about this whole phenomenal realm?
But it's aware of the phenomenal
Yes,
realm.
yes. And this it which is aware of the phenomenal realm, who is aware of it?
It.
It is aware of itself.
Yes.
And where are you in this equation?
It.
Okay, so you are this one. You are this awareness. Then why did you create this world? Or did you? What is the purpose of existence?
All that's coming is sorry, I'm just watching these thoughts coming now. It's a lot of it's very much seen as being just thoughts, but they're still trying to get attention and identification. So I'm just.
Yes. Okay, let's leave purpose aside for a minute. What happens when you start to exist in this way? What changes for you in reality?
In reality, nothing. And actually, the body carries on moving the way it's always done, and has conversations and has thoughts like it's always done. Just knowing that it's not you. And the same feelings, but there's no identification with them.
Do we truly know that it has always been this body and these feelings?
No, because it's the one experiencing through so many different bodies. This. And when Anil was speaking the other day, and he said something along the lines of, he's talking about the waking and the dream state, and it was so obvious that it's the body mechanism that comes, it wakes up, and it feels like you've woken up out of the sleep, but it's actually just the body mind wakes up, and then awareness and the beingness get identified with that body mind and believe it's that separate existence waking up.
How is it that this attributeless one, that we can't find any phenomenal attributes to, can bring itself to believe itself to be either being or this body mind?
It's conditioning, and the role of the like.
What is this power of belief?
Yeah, belief. Repetitive exposure to conditioning, which is all written or part of the play, and then it's believing the thoughts that come through the mind, that you're aware of these thoughts, but you start to believe them because they're so repetitive.
Yes. So are you saying that if this power of belief was not here, there would be no pretending or identification or conditioning?
I haven't contemplated this, so I don't know if there's any other apart from belief that would also.
So maybe we can look now. So right now, is there any identification?
There's
right
some.
now.
There's some.
Right now. If I didn't give you a moment to think about the identification, without a thought arising, would you be able to tell me what the identification was?
Yeah, identification is feelings in the body arising, which either controls some sort of contraction or feeling of being limited within this skin, plus thoughts, feelings believed in and thoughts believed in that make the beingness feel like it's contracted into a body.
Yes. So let's slow it down. So how do we believe a feeling?
So the feeling will arise, and then there'll be some sort of memory of that feeling causing some sort of discomfort or something.
So feeling arises, the memory arises,
and then belief that it's happening to
so
a
what
you.
gets belief? So there's a rising, just like there could be an arising of a candle, there could be an arising of a flower. So this flower is there, and there's a memory of many flowers also coming. So what gets belief?
If that flower's you, actually you don't believe anything.
Suppose this is what is arising inside you.
Okay.
And then memories of all the flowers. What gets belief?
The thought.
It's a thought.
Yeah.
Really? So the object in itself, can you believe an object by itself without the label? So the label has to be a thought, isn't it? So just the arising of a feeling is just like the arising of some sensation, but the sensation itself, without even labeling it, cannot get our belief. and therefore cannot become part of our egoic identity. You see? Okay. So it could be the most constricted sensation. Okay. It could feel like all of our life energy is getting constricted, but without any interpretation, what would happen to it? It would just be watched, isn't it? So as it is just witnessed, there is no identification with it. For identification to happen, there has to be at least the label, at least the thought, isn't it? So therefore, if you were to not identify, what would we have to do?
I know the answer,
Yeah.
what you would say,
Yes,
which
but you're
would be
looking
don't believe
fresh.
your next thought. I'm looking fresh, but I know from experience that it's not like that. It's either the energy is there
Yes.
to come and believe it, or the energy doesn't arise for that belief.
Yes. So the energy, is it separate from what we call the power of belief? This energy of belief is what? Is it the same as what we call the power of belief?
I can see something is wriggling, something is trying to wriggle,
Yeah.
but it's all watched from this space of awareness. But there's something here that's just wanting to just get away now.
Yeah. Because something says that because of this energetic movement, either belief goes or it doesn't go. I'm saying, is there this energetic movement and separately that which we call the power of belief? Or are you referring to the same power of belief as this movement of belief?
I can't hear your words, sorry.
Do you remember what you said last? Okay, let me remind you. We said that when a thought comes, you see, the way not to get identified with it was not to believe it. But you say that I don't see it that way. Actually, I see that there's an energetic movement of belief which goes to it or not. You see? So I said, is this energetic movement of belief not the same as what we call the power of belief? Is there a power of belief and also this energetic is the same? Is the same. So this power of belief, you see, you're saying is just a arising. There's actually no power that is in your control as consciousness, is it, to believe or not to believe. That's what you see. Okay. So if I was to say, or if the thought came to you that, hey, your nose is suddenly turned green, would you believe it? No. Okay.
Well, actually, I'd probably check.
Give us some other example. If the thought was that you are actually right now on a Timbuktu, do you believe it? No. You see? So this is the power of belief or disbelief. If it was completely random, then it would be a coin toss whether you would believe this thought or not. You see? So as the non-existent individual, obviously you don't have any power whatsoever. But as this consciousness itself, you see, which is playing this game of pretending and not pretending, there is this seeming choice to not believe your next thought. You see? there comes a point where you're able to say that even all of this is just happening on its own. These are actually two times where you would say this. One is when you're lamenting as a person. You're lamenting as a person, but I have no control over my belief. What am I to do? You see? At that time, I will tell you that no, you do have that power because you are not this person, you are consciousness. This power of belief is completely, it belongs to you. You see? Then there's a second way of saying this where you would say that, yes, this is just part of my play, and there's belief which is going to the personal identity and it is getting withdrawn from the personal identity, and truly I'm not concerned about it at all. You see? So is this the way you're saying it, or is it the first way you're saying it?
No, it has to be said that it's the latter.
No.
But then there is re-identification after these openings, where the energy contracts, and at some point there is belief in the person, and then there's that, oh, what can I do? And that's believed. That thought is believed. What can I do?
Very good, very good. So believed, what can I do?
Yeah.
Or what choice do I have right now? Then you make the choice to not believe your next thought. Then you can do it. When the sense of doership itself is not there, and you're just operating from the witnessing perspective, then nothing, no trouble at all.
No trouble, no trouble.
Yes.
But it's seen that it's okay.
So don't believe your next thought is a pointing which will extinguish the sense of doership actually. You see? Because as we need something to, there's an old story in India where the elephant trainers, you see, the elephants are very troublesome because when they walk in the market, then they disrupt everything. They pick apple from here, bananas from here. They disrupt everything when they walk. So what does the elephant trainer do? He makes him hold a stick in his trunk. When he's holding the stick in his trunk, then he remains steady. He doesn't go here and there. You see. So in the same way, our need to perceive ourselves as the doer of something is one of the strongest legs of our separate identity. So this sense of doership gets extinguished when it is turned on to itself. You see? So when we say don't believe your next thought, you see, that includes what should I do next. You see? So in this way, as we are not believing our thoughts, allowing them to come and go, you will find that this doer perspective starts dissolving more and more. You see? Then there comes a point when you say that there is nothing, truly nothing to do. You see? And if there is truly nothing to do, you find it very, very, very difficult actually to identify as a person. You see? You see? So, I've spoken recently about these two Ds. One is doership, and the second is desire. So these are the strongest two legs of the ego. How does the desire manifest? Not necessarily just in our, okay, I desire this, I desire this. You see, I desire freedom. Not necessarily just in the big ways, but in every situation that we walk into. Mostly for humanity, it is just checking this question: what's in it for me? What's in it for me? What's in it for me? You see, this is the most basic form of desire. Everything it comes into, it says, what's in it for me? What about me? What's in it for me? What about me? You see? So, as we are not giving belief to these thoughts, you find that this doership gets extinguished and this desire gets lighter and lighter. And you will find that many of the thoughts that most people seem to be believing right now are not given belief, but some still get to you. You see? So which are these? These are the ones that have got a lot of nourishment from us in the past. You believe that which you have believed yourself to be in the past, that when it comes up, something still rushes for believing that. So the better way then, rather than trying to resist those, is to find out who is this one. You see, who is now constricted, for example. You see, so there can be the sense that I am now constricted, but is this really true? Can it ever be true? It cannot be, because this awareness which we are not able to find in space at all, that can never expand or constrict, isn't it? So that which is constricted cannot be I. And as you see this, that as awareness I remain unconstricted, then all this energetic movement can come and go, but you are not identifying with it. As you see this often, then even when the thought comes that, yes, I'm getting constricted again, you see, it will not hold on to you because you know it's not possible. You see? So these deep identifications, they can be inquired into. So there can still be an idea that I will be completely free when this constriction stops happening. You see? But this is not true, because as awareness you are never bound actually. You see? The seeing of this is the recognition of your freedom.
And I've also come to see that there was this idea playing out that in the time-bound part of the play, that all of these constrictions and energies and everything, that they would all be gone, and there was this like waiting for them to all disappear. But actually, it's okay. They're, even if they come back, I mean, it's not enjoyable, some of them obviously, but now that there's not this like waiting for them to all be wiped clean, it seems like there's the goal has been removed, so therefore I'm just here with whatever comes. But that doesn't mean that identification isn't, you know.
Yes, but with this itself, this recognition itself makes the identification lighter. It? So it could be anything, whatever it is in your case. For you, it could be this energetic constriction. For someone else, it could be some other identity, the work identity, security identity, relationship identity. All of these are basically beliefs that we have that something is happening to me. You see? I am this, or this is happening to me. And then once we see that this me doesn't have any reality, then everything is allowed to happen. Then we are not picking and choosing our experiences also. Then everything we are open to experiencing. So you don't mind if a constriction comes or an expansion comes. You see, there can be a sense of something gets constricted, something expands. You see, but this even this ow and is also just seen. So that sees it's okay is not touched by any of this movement, phenomenal movement. That's the way we started, isn't it? That which has no phenomenal attributes cannot be affected by a phenomenal movement, isn't it? How can you suffer now? Show me the way.
Cannot suffer as a person, but can experience pain and emotional discomfort.
Yes. Yes. That is part of the masala of life. You see? Because if it is not there, everything was just sweet, sweet, sweet. We would not appreciate the taste of sweet at all. I don't feel that there's anyone who doesn't experience pain. Any other way to suffer? So you yourself made this nice this thing today, no? This nice image, which said that if there is the minute you find the pinch of suffering, means there is some attachment. So what is attachment? That's okay.
I'm not very intellectual when it comes to putting things into words.
I'm not asking for an intellectual answer.
Attachment seems to be a belief in a me, or a belief that something is mine or belongs to a me.
It's very good. That's exactly it, isn't it? So the sense that something is mine implies that I am believing that there is a me, and this itself is cause for trouble.
But still, there's like, when I look and say like the word me,
Yeah.
it does, or when I think about attachments, or there's an image arising of, say, something belonging to me, like, say, okay, this ring is not a good example because it doesn't really, don't really care about it, but yeah, like the word mine or me, it has a vibrational frequency of a like but that is seen, that contraction of a me is still experienced.
Yeah. Well, what happens when you hear the word me?
Or like, say my name, for example. If someone says my name, Zia, there's an immediate like the body responds automatically to like whatever. Even if someone says a word that sounds like Zia, that's not like Sia or something like that, there's an immediate like like bodily reaction to it. And it seems like for that split second, the identity just snaps back in to play until there's like a natural noticing of that was just an energy arising within me.
So I say Zia, then?
It did just happen then.
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know, it was like just an energy. It was just an energy that arose within, I want to say within this body, but it was
just experience.
Yeah.
So what is the identification?
That the energy was a me. It was a belief in the energy.
Is the arising of the energy identification? No. The labeling of it as me. This is me.
Yeah.
And this me came to the fore when my name was taken.
Yeah.
You see? So if you don't even buy this interpretation,
then it's just energies arising and playing and moving. Just like, oh, that's nice. Thank you.
So if you just see that some energy within me just automatically stands up to respond. But we don't say that, oh, this was me and the me came back or something like that.
Yeah, because the labeling of
okay. It's very natural. Someone says Ananta, it moves energetically like that.
Is there anything else you want to?
No, that's good. That's good. Thank you. Yes, Fatima wants to come, she can come.
Hello.
Hello, my dear.
Hi.
Oops.
Echo? Okay.
So when you speak,
Okay. I don't know. I'm a bit lost at this point. I know what beingness is. Like, this is clear, and I know there is awareness because clearly, like, everything is being perceived. But I cannot like. It's not as clear as before as it used to be. And also, I understand that, like, from personal perspective, everything is given, everything is done for me. Like, I have no control over anything. And also, like, everything is done for fun. Even this, like, embarrassment now going on, it's like all given for fun, just for tasting purposes. Yeah. It's not, it's like out of love. This is, this helped me a lot to just live everyday life. Yeah. So that's pretty much where I am. Should I mute now?
okay, this muting thing will make it a bit difficult for us to. Okay. This, you say that I know my being. Isn't it? You said like that, no? I know my being. Semantics, what I'm asking you. What is the difference between saying I know my being and saying that I'm just being?
Sorry. Yeah, and I know my being is like talking about memory maybe, and I am being is like right now.
Okay, we'll let the echo come because I want this to be a little more alive. So when I ask you, can you stop being now and don't refer to any memory, just see if you can stop being.
Yeah, I've played with it quite a bit, and this brings me to this existing right now, yes, and it's like undeniable, and it's always been here.
Yes. Yeah. And you know this, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So this
is tricky because I know it from your head.
Oh, let's question that. Let's question whether it is truly known from the head or it is even before it goes to the head, it is known. When I ask you, can you stop being now? Is it just a thought which says, no, I'm being? Or is it your direct living experience, your living truth right now?
It's direct.
The direct.
It's before it goes to the head.
Yeah. Yes. So this knowing, this direct knowing, you see, is what we also call awareness. That which knows your existence right now, is it not I?
I'm a bit cautious of, like, I understand what you're saying, but I'm a bit cautious because sometimes it's I'm worried I'm gonna get confused with awareness and the person.
Allow yourself to get confused. You see? Because first the mind has to get fully confused and give up. You see? Because we are talking about very simple things. The more you try to understand them, the more difficult it is. You say my being is undeniable. To say it is undeniable means that you know this very clearly. It is, you are aware of this completely. That which is aware of this, about that one.
I don't know. I'm going. It's like there's several eyes. I don't know.
And one is holding a hand.
It's like I'm waiting for this clarity, but even the clarity is not necessary, right?
Yes, this is true. We have all the time.
And also, even if it seems that it's perceived by the head, it cannot be right.
That's why when we check, we saw that it is before even a thought can interpret it. This knowing is present. It's the same as asking, do you exist?
Yeah, there's certainly some. I know it, yeah.
Yeah. We get used to this knowing. We get used to this knowing, which is different from knowing a concept of something. You see? When we have an idea of something, we have felt that the way to know things is to collect ideas about them. And we try to get a neat stack of ideas. And when we have a neat stack of concepts, we feel I really know something. You see? Now what is happening is that we are finding that this stack is not helping me. There is something more primal than that. You see? And that is just here. That which knows your existence, you see, is just here. You see? So when we look for that which knows that you exist, that which knows that your sense of being is here, then what happens? Something becomes blurry, is it?
Yeah, it's like elusive. I cannot catch it because I want to hold it or something. It gives me such a headache. Sometimes it's so clear. There's no question, and sometimes I just catching myself by the tail or something like that, going round, round, round. Yeah.
Even before you make the effort, before any effort is made to catch it, are you not aware of your existence? So don't need to make an effort in that way. Not help our looking. We don't have to strain ourselves. We don't have to take any step. We don't have to move an inch actually. And we don't have to even try and stay still. Nothing. It is before all of that. Because you will not say, I know I don't exist. You might say, I know I don't exist as a person, but you will not deny your being, your existence. So this knowing is already there. Whether you have the right words to say it, whether the right thoughts are there or not, this knowing is undeniable, isn't it?
Yeah, as you speak, it gets a bit clearer. And this is my, I suppose, obstacle, because I want it to be like crystal clear. And so,
What would crystal clear look like?
like I am the awareness and everything is within. This is so nice.
Okay. Try to be clear that you are not awareness. Don't be aware.
Oh, sorry. No.
I say that. Don't try to become clear that you are awareness. Try to become clear that you are not awareness. Just don't be aware. For 5 seconds, don't be aware of anything. Can you do it? Can't do it. It's clear?
Well, clear there is awareness. This is clear because
Yeah.
the world is going on and something is aware of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, try to lose this awareness.
It feels like I'm in the awareness.
Very good. Very good. As what are you in the awareness?
Sorry?
As what are you in the awareness? What is this I which is within the awareness?
No, it feels like I'm being perceived by the awareness. I'm
Yeah.
being perceived by it.
So, for you to be perceived by awareness, you must have at least one attribute which is perceivable. You understand these words, no? You must have at least one attribute which is perceivable. Now, what is being perceived as I? What is that attribute?
It's like sensation in the body, like contraction or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So, are you that sensation? Or are you that, what is more intimate for you? What is closer for you? The sensation that feels more like I, or that which is aware of this sensation, that is more intimate? What is closer to you?
The sensation is very loud, but there is understanding that the awareness is a bit more intimate.
As the sensation comes and goes, because sensations are always changing, isn't it? So these sensations, they come and go. Does this awareness also come and go? Therefore, what must be more original? What must be more original to you? Do you also come and go along with those sensations? When the sensation goes, you also go?
No.
Therefore, all sensations can come and go, all appearances can come and go. But that which remains is this awareness. You see? So you are not a sensation within awareness because you still remain. So if you still remain, then only awareness remains. Then what must you be? But I don't want this to be a logical inference, you see. We can see this for ourselves, that everything comes and goes. I remain. That's why I am able to report that everything comes and goes. But this I which remains does not have an attribute, and yet it is aware. This non-phenomenal awareness must be my truest nature. Which part of this don't you see? Is there any part of this which you don't see?
This is like, I understand it experientially actually, but it's just not constant understanding. It.
To see this experientially, to see this as the living truth right now is the important thing. You see? Because every time you check, you will find that this sun comes out from the east only. You see? So every time you check, this will be the case. Anger comes and goes, fear comes and goes, greed comes and goes, thoughts come and go, outside appearances come and go. You see? Everything comes and goes. Sleep, waking, dreams come and go. I remain as the primal witnessing of all of this. But this I which remains, I cannot find a single attribute for this one. I cannot find anything which makes it phenomenal. Because all phenomena is object within these states, waking state, dream state. But these are also coming and going. But I know this. Therefore, even though there is no phenomenal attribute, this must be the knowingness itself, the awareness itself. Because there is nothing which points to this except these pointers like awareness and knowingness. So it is this experiential clarity which is more important. We don't have to be in a rush to make it some sort of a intellectual understanding, you see. In fact, that might only get in the way. It is the mind which comes and resists, you see, and saying, yes, I see this now, but what about that constant thing, you see? But I say, every time you check, you will see only this. So it is constant. What the mind is really saying is that I cannot put it in the right visuals or the right words. You see? It is my living experience right now, but I am not able to either stay in this, but actually when we looked, we found that I cannot leave this. If you didn't want to stay in it, you would have no escape actually. That would be more troublesome. Isn't it?
If you didn't what? Sorry? If you didn't?
If you didn't want to stay in this, if you didn't want to stay as awareness, then that would be real suffering, you see. Because that is inescapable. Nobody can help you. So suppose that being awareness was suffering, then we were stuck. You see? Everything else is coming and going. Suffering is coming and going. But that which is aware of this is the constant. So you don't have to make any effort to stay in it. You don't have to make any effort even to understand. The only seeming effort is to look like we did just now. You see? And you say something very nice, you're not realizing the value of that. Because most have the opposite complaint. Most have the complaint that oh yes, I understand what you're saying intellectually, but experientially I don't find it. You say, experientially I am seeing this right now, you see, but I'm not able to understand it. Experientially is what is important, you see.
Well, it's so brief, the experiential understanding. I think I had this big like experience, understanding that I am this and I cannot not be it, even if I'm completely identified. In any case, I will always be this. And it's just everything is knowing all this, you know. I think I'm kind of looking for the same clarity all the time, a bit hung to the previous experience. And the understanding comes and it's so clear, and it's the most beautiful thing. I just, it's like a final point or something. I cannot explain it, but it just brief.
Yes. That is the trouble with awakening experiences. You see, the experiences, they come to show us our reality. But the problem is that the mind, being so smart, it says this should remain as this. You see, this should not change. This should be the final experience. Why can't I always be like this? You see. So if the point was that just awareness was to be aware of itself, you see, then you would not wake up from sleep at all. Something wants to play this game of experiencing this realm, wants to play this game even of identification. But as long as it is seen that even when the game of identification is being played, I'm really not changing. I remain as awareness. This is seen, isn't it?
Well, it was seen then. The understanding is there. Yeah, it's like
What do you see now?
I don't even know. I'm so tired of thinking. I don't know.
Give up on this thinking.
It's like relentless.
If I ask your child, you have daughter, no? You have a daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I ask her, can you tell me what you're seeing? Will she think about it? No, she'll just say this is what I see. You see? Now we're not to think about it. What is it that you see without thinking about it?
Experience is taking place.
Yes. And
This is it. Something is going on. This is what I see.
are you aware that this experience is happening or no?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So this awareness, at what distance is it from you?
It's like everywhere.
Very good. So now try and get identified. Show me how you get identified.
But even answering this, I think I am identified. I don't know.
So this thought came that even as I'm answering this, I'm identified. You believe this thought. Before this thought came, did you feel that you were identified even in the answer? No. Because right now you start unidentified, you see. Right now, you're not identified. You first have to think about it to become identified. You are just aware. Aware of your being. Aware of this being experiencing all of this. You are aware. This is undeniable. Now, if you were to allow these thoughts to just come and go, show me how you identify it.
No, yeah, this is, yeah. Only then there is just existence, nothing. It's just, yeah, and awareness of it. Yeah. And awareness is everywhere, yes. Yeah. Just we're back to believing into thoughts, yeah. Yeah. The same answer.
See why? Okay, let's talk about this for a minute. Because in truth, awareness has not forgotten itself. Awareness does not need to come to satsang to know what it is. Knowingness always knows itself. You see? Then what is this game of satsang about? You see? So if awareness always knows itself, knowing always knows itself, awareness is aware of itself, existed. You see? So satsang cannot be for awareness and it cannot be for the non-existent person. Then what is satsang for? It's interesting to look like this, isn't it? So awareness is just aware of itself, unconcerned with anything. No person ever existed. So why cater to that non-existent one? So this is just a game that consciousness is playing with it, where it played with itself the game of pretending to be the person so long by picking up all these thoughts, ideas itself, and pretended that it is that which is this bundle of concepts, bundle of beliefs centered around this belief in the me entity, you see. So most of the game is like this. But as part of the game, and it seems like, although you cannot conclusively say, but it seems like when it is done playing this game, it comes to a place where it reminds itself what it really is. And then this basket of concepts is emptied out. And the basket, which is me itself, is then thrown away. You see? So this entire game is about getting rid of the pretenses, getting rid of the conditioning of consciousness. How is this conditioning to be gotten rid of? By recognizing what it really is, which is what we do in the inquiry, who am I aware now? You see, coming to the recognition of what it is really made of, and by letting go of that which is false, to see the truth for ourselves, to recognize this truth of its own source for being, and to let go of the false ideas, which means to let go of the conditioning of thought, to let go of the identification. That is the purpose of satsang. You see? So it seems like we come to satsang burdened with all these concepts and ideas about ourselves, and in satsang, as we are open to letting go of these, all of this is taken away. All of this is either chopped off or dissolved, whatever you might want to say. You see? So this is the point of satsang. Awareness, remain unconcerned through all of this. Person never existed. So consciousness, which is now unburdening itself, is the game that it is playing with itself in satsang. So one of the burdens can be our attachment to our spiritual experiences of the past. You see? It can also become a burden. So these strong moments of recognition are not the end of this unburdening, not always the end of this unburdening. In fact, it is very rare. You see? So many times it can happen that when we have an experience, we want to cling on to it so much, and that becomes an attachment to an experience. But that experience was also experienced, and all experiences are coming and going. That which is aware of this experience, that is not coming and going, you see. That is the unchanging. So if you want something which is final, we just have to check, who am I? Am I aware now? And you see that this is not changing. You could check now, you could check 10 minutes later, you could check 10 years later. This is not changing, you see. So this, that I am aware, is the only constant backdrop to all of this play of being. This awareness is unchanging. This is final. You don't have to look for a particular state. In fact, when we are checking and clear about who we are, then it comes with the simple allowing of all states to come and go. So spiritual experiences can come and go, and we say, this too shall pass. You see? Then bad times can come and go, and we say, this too shall pass. You see? So good, bad, ugly, all of this is just a movement of phenomena in consciousness, and we know that this too shall pass. But this awareness that you are, that will not pass, you see. Because something,
Yes,
for something.
it is like a screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
So this unchanging I, you always have known this, but you cannot know this mentally. As long as we feel like I'm not getting a good grasp of this in my mind, then it will seem like I'm still confused. You see? But when we stop relying on this sort of knowing, which is only conceptual, it's only intellectual, then when we learn to trust our direct experience more than what we understand in our mind, then we will not be troubled by these ideas that I don't know it. Because anytime some sense comes that I'm shaky or some sort, we can just check. We see, oh yes, this is unchanging. You see? Just unchanging.
Thank you.
You're welcome, my dear.
Welcome.
Thank you. Well, since I came again in India, there are like sometimes some profound insights of something that wants to let go, but the anxiety came so higher.
Yes.
What I'm feeling also is not so many identification with the person. Some emotions can come like anger and this competition, but they don't persist so many times. I was talking about disconnection yesterday, but I knew before about this disconnection. Somehow I can feel the potential, love as a potential, and be grateful for the Sangha. So what is getting more difficult is the extreme anxiety burning in the body. Yesterday I took some more medication. Sometimes I need to, because it's too much. And I must also, it's better to and easier to feel awareness with some medication. But also it seems somehow that so many mind is still here trying to manage what is happening and to do it. And sometimes I don't know what is the best attitude. Now it's coming difficult to say. It's good somehow. Because many mind used to think, oh, so many things, so many energy still burning, so many tensions burning and dissolving. And somehow here in this satsang, it comes. perhaps not so much from mind. I don't know, like from the heart. No, it's not energies burning. It's just something that is afraid of this loss of control and is creating this tension. So it's okay. Perhaps for some time you will just need to be in this awareness and have that patience of be and this trust or this love for your master. Give it to him and don't come with so much anxiety. But it helps sometimes take care with medication or have a little more, because it's just an old reaction of fear, perhaps.
Yes. This fear is very, very old, you see, very primal, very primitive. This fear, even now, if I tell everyone, just like Papaji used to say, be quiet. What it means, it doesn't mean don't speak. It just means that be quiet. Allow all things to come and go. You see? Don't stir an inch, he would say. It means don't use any belief, nothing. Then for some of you, you might experience some strong urge to get back to a thought, urge to hide behind some concept, because it feels too wide, you see, too open. So this be quiet is not a constricted state. You were talking yesterday about be quiet, isn't it? So it's not a constricted state.
This idea,
you see that.
I'm checking with you.
So when we stay like this, you'll find that something wants to
come, wants to not to be angry,
something, anything.
To find some problem.
Yes.
Not
Why?
be allowed to come to you.
Why? Look closely. Why?
To distract.
To distract from
the fall.
Yes. So allow yourself to fall if you can.
But also is coming to fear, like mind is saying, you must be
your
distract. Father.
Don't distract. Now allow yourself to fall. You said very beautiful. To distract from this seeming sense of falling. Don't worry. Allow yourself to fall. See what happens.
There are two things like fighting, some relaxation, and like I will be a deception for you, like I was for my father. I cannot go in church.
So don't go with that. Just go with the falling, with the relaxation.
Nothing is happening. Just I can be quiet, and somehow there are some joy, and I can look for the urgency. I cannot force. I cannot say, oh, mind says, fall now.
Yes, not like that. No attempt.
Something is aware of this.
Yes. Let that also go. No effort is needed.
Because awareness is here, it's so evident. Also, yesterday I was, oh my gosh, after I was ashamed, I was so angry. Mind was angry with awareness. Some awareness is here, of course it is.
Just allow everything to dissolve within this awareness. Don't try to escape from it. Don't try to run. See if you can let the distractions come and go.
I just feel like very tight when in this moment is more a big tightness that come, not the fear of fall, but something behind primordial.
Even this tiredness, allow it to just be here and see if it dissolves into awareness itself. With no rush. Don't try to do anything, just watch.
I feel too much pressure.
Yeah, yeah. Just see if you can just witness it, even this pressure.
Yes, but I can witness it. I cannot do nothing about this, the frustration of the mind.
Yes.
And by the front also here.
Yes.
In the heart. And there like a big fear of a big fall without any. But I cannot do nothing about it. I can be aware.
Just remain as a witness of it. All of this.
There are a big pain behind. Sometimes it comes away.
Yes.
So I'm avoiding.
Yes, but don't even make this conclusion. Just allow.
Mind wants to push the pain.
Yeah, don't have to. Just witness even this. Nothing will last longer than your awareness. All the pain will also come and go. Don't restrict anything. Anger is usually the defense against experiencing this pain. This fear is there, which prevents us from experiencing it.
There are this longing for God is this.
Good. Very good.
Just this difficult mind wants to push. It seems it will be here forever.
Nothing stays forever except the truth.
And in this longing, there are you, there are my father somehow. There are all the people I love, and I love. Manuel somehow is in this pain, and my partner somehow, because there is not a complete true love. There are the potential. And all the sand, all the world, it seems.
Very good, very good.
And I must not try to know how it will happen, how it will come out, or not cortisol.
Yes.
Because it's so difficult for this mind not try to.
Yes.
And it comes, I must go to Tiru these days, I must be here. You find it will be good.
Yes, yes.
Because Sangha will be here also watching broadcast. I'm feeling more to go to Tiru and go through the loneliness and through the fear of being alone and some distress that comes.
It's like saying, do you want strawberry ice cream or chocolate ice cream? Both are fine for me.
Fine.
Both are good. Yeah.
Because it's easy for me to be here. But mind is saying the most difficult you must do.
No, nothing
be alone
like that.
and struggling
Nothing.
alone.
God does not say you must struggle.
Because I was thinking like, now I will go to be alone. No problems.
Yeah, it's good you're telling. But you don't have to take it like that. There's no challenge like that. Just you already are, whether you're here, Thiru, it's all fine.
This moment it will be easy. Some relief is I was not conscious that it was mind also.
Yes.
You must wait alone, it must difficult to it's so special. But so together, some happiness here, and we're alone. Rejected. Oh my God. I don't deserve. Okay. And if the fall it will become to happen when you are not near, it will be safe. Because also it comes when I'm losing control in some place. Oh, I must get it calm mind. You must. It's not safe now. They must carry you to a psychiatric sphere also of lose control. It was here some years ago.
It is not that kind. It's not that kind of fall. It might feel like you're falling, but actually you see that you will not fall. You will fly.
Like when I was coming with Shifu, you know. That was a good flight.
You have Shiv for your driver. Then what you have to be troubled about?
Responsibility.
You're flying on Shiv's scooter, so then you have no trouble.
Like one. Okay, fine. Okay.
Someone said? Sometimes I just feel so much lightness. You see, I just feel like this body is going to start floating in it. Just feel like. Anyway, actually, this body, all of this matter, all just atoms and molecules floating in space. Okay. Alwise, Alvise, how do you pronounce? Come, you tell us first. Yeah.
Namaste.
Namaste, my dear.
Alvise, you pronounce.
Alvise, Alvise.
Yeah. I'm quite new on this satsang,
Yeah.
and there were several questions or feelings that felt like I would like to expose, but in the moment the wish to come on the hot seat was the strongest. There was not really a question, and also now I don't have a specific question at the moment, but there was just this wish to yes, to come up like this.
This is very good.
You know, sometimes there's a feeling, and then you're like, oh, okay, now this I should keep this to ask because this is not clear yet, and now I have, you know, a good question or something, but then you don't really. And if I'm really here now, then I don't see the value of the question really.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I see there. Could you maybe ask something so I can look inside with your help?
Is there something that you are absolutely certain about?
That I am. That something is here.
Is this an idea or is this your experience?
It feels like it's not just an idea. It feels like it's something. It's alive. It's life.
Yes, yes, yes. Who is aware of this aliveness?
Well, whenever I look there, it's like a black hole. I cannot find a who, but it's like everything that would believe to be a who is kind of sucked in that hole in a way.
Yes, yes.
I don't know.
So
it's like something just opens, but there is no really an end to that. And there's not really it doesn't have a form by itself. Somehow it feels like everything is like dancing in it, but it's not.
So that which is aware of the black hole, is that also black?
No.
You see? So black hole also is seen. That which is aware of this, where everything seems to be moving about, dancing, or this big black space. Let's go to that which is aware even of this. What is the color of this one?
There is no color here.
If there is no color, is there a size? Is there a shape? Is it a void? Is it a thing?
No. It's nothing.
This no thing, where are you in relation to this one?
Somehow there's a certain shyness to say that I'm truly actually that. It's like it although but yeah, there is a sense
This
of localness somewhere that like it seems like I'm switching, either I am looking at it or I'm actually looking from it at what I believe to be me.
try to look from a localized me, try to look from there and tell me who is aware of that,
Of the
whether that is.
localized me, who's
First
aware of.
go to and try to, yes, first you try to look from this localized sense of me, see, and then see whether that which is aware of this localized sense of me is actually enclosed locally somewhere.
No.
You see,
I
because what
cannot
could be
even really look from that localized me, right?
cannot really look, cannot really look. You see, your mind is giving you some visuals to convince you that the painting of the truth or the painting of awareness, first it gave you some big black space. For some, they see some white light. You see, so the mind is trying to fulfill your requests right now, saying that these pictures will show you the truth of who you are. But the mind cannot win in this, because that which is aware of these pictures, can we make a picture out of that one?
No.
Cannot make a picture of that. You see, so it's painting all kinds of paintings, might even give you many interpretations, but there is awareness of all of this movement, which in itself you cannot paint or describe, isn't it?
No.
You see, so this, if it cannot be seen like this, if it cannot be found through logic also, you see, then how do you know of its existence?
Well, if I cannot experience it, I must be it.
Well, you can't experience the moon, or let's say you can't experience Pluto. Does that make you Pluto?
Come again?
If you could not experience, say,
No, that's true. But let's say, but I mean, there is like, it exists, but it doesn't exist as an experience.
Yes,
But
this is very.
yes, but there is some. I mean, there's a tremendous certain. I mean, there's a living certainty that it exists, not
Very good.
not an intellectual certainty.
Very good.
It's like everything that would know something is penetrated by that. I don't know how
Yes.
to put it.
Very good. Very good. So therefore, when you check, am I aware now? On what basis is this answered?
On what basis?
Yes. I'm presuming you would say yes. So on what basis do you say yes?
Well, that it seems so like it is unescapable in a way. There's nothing a part of that that I could not be aware. That's what I mean.
Yes, yes, yes.
So,
and yet it is not seen as an experience. It's not experienced phenomenally, isn't it? I just want to make sure that you're not going with some visual again.
Yeah. No, it's not seen as an experience.
Very good.
And still certain states come up for the dynamic consciousness when attention moves to that point. To this pointless, I mean, like a sense of vastness of all these sensations come up, and I see that sometimes I kind of mistake awareness for a sensation, for a kind of spiritual sensation, which has led me back to the person many times before. Because there were some very beautiful spiritual sensations, and they were kind of, and in everyday life they are not present sometimes. There's very earthly sensations, and then there's the thought comes, okay, you're not in it anymore. But how, that's very limited thought, actually.
Yes. So now, speaking from the perspective of this awareness, where are these sensations in relation to you?
Well, I'm aware of their beginning and I'm aware of their ending. They are with, I'm beyond them.
Yes.
But they are part of, they come from me, they're not separate from me.
Yes. Is there a sense of a primary sensation which seems like the basis for all other sensation?
Yes. It's not a very concrete sensation. It's not a sensation with a lot of attributes to it, but it is like yes, there is there is some kind of primary sensation that says that it's like a reference point for the other sensations. What I perceive is reported to this. It's similar as attention, but also attention reports to this sense of presence.
Very good, very good.
So,
can you find a point of intersection between awareness and presence? Is there a point at which they meet?
Well, I don't know how they cannot meet. I don't know if there's a point where they do not meet. They are completely it's like I don't know, I can give some pictures, but I feel they are very this awareness was there before, this sense of presence was there.
Yes. And yet they are not two now, isn't it? Although the sense of presence is there,
Yes.
it is still one with awareness.
Yes. It is still made of this awareness. Yes. Now there is some very strong sensations, some very beautiful, like space, expansion, all those things coming up. But I see I don't need to prioritize them to this neutral seeing. They're not because they are stronger, they are more significant. It feels like I'm still the most beautiful is that still I just that's all just being seen.
Yes. And from the perspective of this seeing, is there something as strong or weak?
Not really, no. I see how still something is reporting strength and weakness. Something is still measuring. Something is still.
Yes. Yes. So this form of interpretation, this one is the one I call the checker guy. So you leave this checker guy with me today, because this checker guy will give you a lot of trouble otherwise. You see, it keeps checking how much is this, what percentage of awareness are you, how free are you. You see, he'll keep checking all of this, and he'll keep evaluating the different experiences that you have, the spiritual experiences also, and it'll try to keep giving you a report card. You see, but it is also the same guy operating as the checker and reporter, which you have to make sure you leave here today.
Yeah, there's a lot of identity connected to that.
Yes.
Checking.
Yes. Yes. Because vigilance has been confused to be this checking, which it is not, you see.
What is vigilance?
Yeah. Vigilance is just remaining open, and once there's a sense of some prick, there's a sense of a pinprick or suffering or something, we're not to be in denial of that, but just to remain open and check. What is it? What rotten fruit have I put in my basket again? You see, which belief have I got in my basket again? To look like that and to throw it away. That is vigilance. Vigilance is not a constricted state of constantly, checking. You see, it's like constantly we're checking what is what. It's not like that.
Yes.
It's just this simple remaining open, but not to be in denial of something. If something feels like there is a suffering, then we check. What is the misbelief? What is the identity I've picked up in my basket again? And we look at that and we throw it away. That is vigilance. You see, many have confused that to mean some sort of a constricted state of constantly just checking, as if you're a scared soldier in a war zone or something like that, you see. But it's not like that.
There is no fear.
And it is the same guy.
In that
there is no
vigilance.
fear. Yes, there is no fear in the vigilance. This is very good way to put it. It is just a simple open allowing, and just a simple checking like this, with no saying, no, I want it to be this way. I hope no identity comes. It is not all of that.
Yes. Yes. It's good news. I don't need that checker.
Because that cannot be freedom. If you're constantly just carefully checking it for everything, that cannot be freedom. You see? So freedom must mean allowing everything, all states to come, but openly looking not to be in some sort of Advaita denial of things. Just check what is the experience here. And we know that if there is a sense of suffering, if there's a sense of ouch or yucky and something, then we know that we picked up a wrong idea. So to openly look for that bad apple and to throw it out is simply, you see, that is vigilance.
Because the suffering will announce itself.
It will, yes.
You don't need to, yes.
Don't need. And our sensitivity will become so much. Our sensitivity becomes so much that the slightest pinch of suffering now is experienced. So unless we try to repress it or push it under the carpet, or just fight with it saying I am awareness, I cannot suffer. You see, but just to be open and to look and say, no, there is this belief here, there is this identity here. Who is it? Who am I? You see, to then use the inquiry to throw away these rotten beliefs is simply vigilance. But we don't have to be constantly just in this fearful state.
Yeah.
It will announce itself, like you said, very beautifully. Very good.
I'm so happy this is possible. Thank you very, very much for sharing the satsang like that.
Thank you so much, my dear. I'm also very, very happy to see you.
Thank you.
That's good for today. We're good. You want to sing something? Yes. Did you get the stuff? Not today. Is there one? You can come close.
Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Usually don't play outside. Shiva 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 Shambho. Shiva 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 Shambho. Shiva 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 Shambho. Shiva 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 Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Shiva 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 Shambho. Shiva 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 Shambho. Shiva 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 Shambho. Shiva 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 Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho. Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahadeva Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho, Shiva 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 Shambho. Satguru Shri Ananta Ji ki Jai!
Thank you all so very much for being in Satsang today. Sadhguru Shri Muji Ji ki Jai! What are you supposed to do?
Order pizza.
We could watch you roll it. You can sing more hits.